Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Wednesday, May 21st, 2014. Boko Haram has struck again in Nigeria with very deadly effects. At least 118 people have been killed in a city in central Nigeria. The city is named Jos, J-O-S, as a result of twin car bombings that collapsed buildings in a bustling marketplace. The attacks took place after regional and Western leaders had pledged total war on the militant group at a weekend summit in Paris. At least 6 people have died after a cargo train hit a passenger train southwest of Moscow earlier today. The crash and a derailment occurred about 8:38 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time near Bakasovo Station, about 37 miles away from Moscow. The death toll is expected to rise. Right now it is at 6, although the government is saying that they do expect it to increase, perhaps substantially. There was a relatively severe earthquake that jolted Taiwan this morning. It was a 5.9 earthquake. Shook buildings in the capital of Taipei and injured a number of school children. The quake struck at 8:21 a.m. The USGS had put the quake initially at 5.6, but it was revised upward to 5.9. There were 2 major aftershocks of at least 3.0 on the Richter scale. Here's very interesting news. Today, a Roman Catholic Cardinal from South Korea traveled to North Korea. This is the first trip of its kind. He went to the North-South Joint Factory Park at Kaesong, North Korea, for a day-long visit. The speculation is that Pope Francis, who is going to be visiting South Korea in August, is going to make a trip to North Korea. Unofficial sources are denying that. However, we don't know why else the Cardinal of South Korea will be going to North Korea, and the Pope is known for making such sort of sweeping statement event kind of visits. North Korea's constitution guarantees freedom of religion. However, defectors from the country have said that distributing Bibles and holding secret prayer services can mean execution. The Endurance Chief Operating Officer, Catherine Kalajian, has left the Bermudan carrier after more than 10 years. Her role was made redundant as CEO. John Charman continues to streamline the organization. Since his arrival, Charman has made 30% of the senior staff redundant. It's also expected that a second endurance bid for Aspen is going to be coming in the next few days, although that's been being said for a while. A UK appeals court ruled that insurers are off the hook for the costs of a Sony warehouse destroyed during the London riots of August 2011, and they are not liable to pay $24 million in business interruption losses stemming from the incident. Independent London market broker and MGA manager BMS, Ballantyne, McKinnon & Sullivan, has said that its $51 million capital raise from Capital Z would buy back the stock of retiring and departing employees, as well as funding future growth by being able to make bolt-on acquisitions and hiring new teams. CEO Dane Dote explained that owning more stock incentivizes employees, and had been the primary goal of the effort. He said, "We've been investing heavily in the company over the past 3 years, and we haven't been buying back the shares from retirees and leavers, so we will first use the money to buy back shares to recycle them to current and future employees." Well, the big news today that you no doubt heard driving to work is that Vladimir Putin signed a multi-billion-dollar 30-year gas deal with China. The deal between Russia's Gazprom and the China National Petroleum Corporation has been being negotiated for 10 years. No official price has been given, but it's believed to be worth over $400 billion. It's going to start supposedly delivering gas around 2018. The amount of gas that will be delivered comes to about 1/5 of Russia's total gas export, and it also comes from a different pool of gas, natural gas, than the gas that is sent to Europe. And the former Beatle Paul McCartney, we announced yesterday, had canceled his tour in Japan because of a virus illness. He has now canceled his tour dates in South Korea. A statement from McCartney's people said he was still not feeling better and the cancellation was unavoidable. Paul McCartney is 71 years old, and we hope he does feel better soon. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching.